Welcome back to the channel. Harley Quinn here, leader of Tears of Angels in Region 293 with another video from the mobile game Doomsday: Last Survivors. Now, before we get into it, don't forget to like, sub and turn on that bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Now, let's get into it.
Right, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be going over beasts. So this will be the start of a beast series that I'll be working on. I plan to do 5, 6 videos depending on how long they take and what I can get into each video. So today will be an overview of beasts in general. So beasts were implemented as a bit of a companion system for your heroes. So you get your beast base, and here is your main screen of the beast base. So you have training menu where you can allocate beasts in here to gain EXP per hour, um, depending on your development center and also your training school base amount as well as your research. So it's a good way to slowly tick away and increase your beasts. So we'll touch on development in a second. So your main menu down the bottom, you've got the 5 options. So rank up brings you to all your beasts, which this up the top, I've got 22 out of 1,000 beast slots available. So you can have lots and lots of them. Not that you will. So these are my main ones at the top. The ones in the warehouse are just some spares that I've got laying around for some recent beast events that need some fodder. So you can look at a beast. You can then look at their skills. So the recent update, they've added this little magnifying glass, which allows you to see what happens with each skill. So this is their main rage skill. So tier 0, it's this. Tier 7, it gets an increased. So you can see, so skill multiplier goes from 340 to 500. It also then adds a little extra combo for this attack. And then at max tier, it gains some very, very substantial buffs. So I won't go into it too much. I'll touch base on all of this in other videos for each beast, but this is a good little way to see what tier you need to be for your skills to start becoming more powerful. Now, I highly recommend when looking at beasts, going, oh, I really like the gold bull, for example, or yeah, I'm going to be a rally leader. Don't think you're just going to get gold fragments a lot. So gold beasts are hard to get. You do have to spend to get gold beasts. Simple as that. Your purples you can level up a lot easier as a free to play, but you're still not going to be 10 plus, 8 plus as a free to player. It isn't going to happen. You will level them up, but it won't be fast. So keep that in mind. Now, when doing a beast, I highly recommend going down here to the petri disk index. So you click this little button here, it takes you to petri disk. So this shows you how many fragments you have of each beast. It also allows you to view, so for example, gold bull. You can see what it looks at tier 0, or you click the max rank and you can view each of their skills at max level. It's the same with heroes. I don't like looking at a hero with their skills set as 1, 1, 1, 1. I'd rather look at the whole hero at the max level to see if it's worth investing in. Because if you look at just something simple like this at level 1, you're like, oh yeah, it's doing alright. Yeah, he might actually be half decent at the end. When you max him out and at the end he's still pretty bad. Obviously, greens, you get so many green beasts from your searches and stuff. Same with blue, you can buy them in the VIP store. Purples, you can earn quite quite easily. At the same time, it does take time in events. Golds are very hard, and then your rares are definitely spender, or in this recent beast event called Wasteland Exploration, which you can earn them through there, which is quite. It's actually a really good event for earning rewards. Um, so to get into your beast thing, you can also click your beast base, or you can click beast and then the little house, which brings you back to here. With your beasts, you've also got a recycling bin, so you can click him. If your beasts are training, or if they're linked together, you can't recycle them. Okay, so I've got some spares, so I'll show you this. So you click on him, you get 60 dust. Then over in the store, you can use the dust to buy beast fragments, chips, chip boxes, chips for that type, drawings, potential, and stims. It's the same as the armament store with the merchant. It cycles and changes each week. So this week is fire, next week could be water, for example. So beasts that you don't want, release them. Get some dust to be able to buy some fragments that you might actually want and use. I do get rid of all my dogs and all my bulls, all my pigs, as I have other beasts to pair with that are better. Now, with that being said, a maxed out bull is better than a level 1 purple, for example. So keep that in mind. So pretty self-explanatory. Sorry, not self-explanatory. So that's a quick little overview. Like I said, I'm going to do other videos for each beast type, giving you a bit more of an idea of team composites, delve into them a little bit more in depth. But yeah, you've got your leader skill, you've got an active skill, which is a leader trait as well as a support trait. So if it's in support, it only has those available. See how it's highlighted in support? So only these ones are helping. So don't get it confused. Bloody headset died. So keep into mind when pairing your teams that not all the perks are applicable. So don't just think, look at all these things. Wow, look at all these points I'm getting, all this. It matters. Who's supporting, who's leading, which I'll dive into in a later video. You then have your development, which is your research for your beasts. So I can delve into this one a little bit more in a later video. I'll make a development video. So as you go, you slowly unlock them. It's the exact same as your research in your for your T6, like getting to T6 troops. They do just require more and more and more blueprints, which 250 blueprints. It's just starting to get very ridiculous. Combat Support 4 was 1,000 blueprints, so just takes time. Slowly tick away. Now in development, you have boosted tracking, which increases the probability of higher grade, and hunting cycle increases the number of trapping events. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 at maximum. These two are a must, and endurance training and intensive training are also a must. Get those leveled up max as soon as possible because they allow you to trap more beasts per day. I will show you trapping in another video, but they are a must. You then have exploration, which is beast evasion. again, I will delve into this in another video rather than blow this video out of proportion. This is where you can earn blueprints, EXP, and if you want to buy packs, you can buy yourself fragments, but it also earns you, sorry, this one. So as you go through them, you earn Rhino, Pristine, Stims, purple chips, or purple frags, and purple chips once you get over that 35 mark. So, like I said, you can earn some purple fragments quite easily through the week just by doing daily stuff. So, we've touched on those. So, when you go into your beasts, they have potential as well as, so you're leveling them up. They do require a lot of EXP to level them up. So like I said, chuck them in your training bases, let them just earn that free EXP every day, making sure you're logging on at least twice a day to get those trainings at your maximum capacity, because they only train for 12 hours and then they stop. Whether you set an alarm every 8 hours to make sure you're picking them up, whatever helps you. Promoting, this is what increases their tier, so you need another beast. So I need another gold bull to promote him. So for the video, I've got 2 dogs. I can go rank up, I can go promote, click that, and you promote him. So it shows you what's happening and that it's going up. And then you click promote and it increases the tier. And then as you go up, it gets stronger. You then have potential. Now, potential is very, very important, if not the most important thing. It adds a very substantial increase to your attack, defense, HP, and everything. It's also very hard to get. So, the way beasts work are your leader has 100% of its attributes allowed. Your support beast only has a portion, so inheritance 50%. That's because I've developed my combat support in my development center, allowing me to get more. So you start off with 10%, 20, so on. Once the development center is maxed out, you have 70%. So your strongest beast wants to be first to get the most out of those points, the most out of their power, etc. So it's not really worth spending all your stuff on your support beast unless you know for certain that team is the team you want to use, which I'm hoping my next video is telling you what team comps work and really good synergy will help you invest that very precious resource effectively and without too many wastes. I know I've wasted a bit, and I know many other people are in the same way. So um, your green essence just increases basic potential, just little bits as they go up. So you can see here at level 1, you have 8 attack, nothing. A little bit of might. Level 2, you have 8 attack, 8 defense. Level 3, 250 HP. And then they slowly climb until you're all the way at the max level, which is all the way down the bottom at 500. But that's a lot of that's a lot of essence, okay? You then have your core potentials, which use the pristine, your purple essence. Um, so you've got 3 tiers here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, all the way up here. And they increasingly get more and more expensive. But look at their buffs: plus 500 attack, plus 500 defense, 10,000 HP, combo damage, crit damage. This one is combo and crit. This next one's physical damage reduction, combo and crit. So they are very expensive, but also very worthwhile. And ideally, only use them on your main beast. Otherwise, you're not getting as much of them if you were to do it on your support beast, if that makes sense. So you try to figure out what you want to do before you start spending them. But again, I know we've spent them and wasted them. Just trying to steer ourselves back onto the path from now on. They also added chips quite recently, which you probably might have seen in many other games where they work as like a set. So over here in the gold chips that I have, it's the charge array plus. Don't be confused with just charge array, which I have here. So charge array, normal, not plus. Charge array plus. They are different. So of gold level, purple level. Okay, just very simple. The colors matter. You can't interbreed them, which is what I was kind of hoping, but that's okay. So your blues are just basic. They just add a very similar to your armaments. They just add a generic improvement as you rank them up. They get better. So they rank up the same way armaments do. You've got to use a blue, yellow trip spine to upgrade this one. So I've done one there. So the left arm I've upgraded. It's now worth that many might and increased crit. So with the sets, you've got charge array. 2 out of 2, I've got plus 80 crit because those two pieces are the same array. So I've got an increase of plus 80 crit just there. So if I get all 4 pieces, it gets a crazy increase in when a skill deals critical hit, has a 60% chance to grant crit damage plus 22% for the current attack. Can only be triggered on the same wearer one time. So pretty much you have to wait a full cycle for it to happen again, but that's still huge. You can then view what they look at like. So if they're only all 0 star like mine are, so be it. If they're all 1 star, similar to your equipment where you had to have tiers of quality to increase passive bonuses, 1 star goes up to 115, 2 stars go up to 145, 3 stars is 145 plus crit damage, so on, so on, so on. So think of these again very similar to your hero armaments. They are very hard to get unless you spend money. So golds, they are similar to gold armaments, if not even closer to superbs, in the terms of potentially how hard these may be to get. It's still quite early, but there is another level of chip higher again, which is the OC chip, which is better again, which would then be similar to your superbs, I guess. So then you got your four-piece array. So if you've got all 4 pieces, you get this instead. Instead of these little buffs, you jump up to these buffs, which at 5 stars, when a skill deals critical hit, has a 60% chance to grant crit damage plus 73% for the current attack. and a 40% chance to increase leader skill damage by 33% the next time the skill is used. So that's just huge. Having, obviously, that all adds up. So this is a 4-piece set. Your spine and your brain are a 2-piece set. You then also can get a 6-piece set. Let me just back out. I don't have one yet. Bio Beasts, Chips. It's Honeycomb. So Honeycomb is a 6-piece set, which can allow you pretty crazy perks. So 6 combo during rally, combo during garrison. So Honeycomb is a very good universal set. Quite good for your rally and garrisons, which is what I will be working on later on. I just got really lucky and got those chips. So that's also an option there. Each beast has different types for each arm and leg, brain, spine. So there is a lot of options. So they will take a really long time to level up, obviously, unless you're the mega whales and you're earning and you're spending crazy money. So they will take time, but they will be quite important in your late game and your higher Gs, which I know some of the boys are already starting to, they've already got maxed out beasts, all fully awakened, full sets of chips, and they're just doing some crazy numbers. Um, so, so obviously we're into beasts for a wee bit now. Some do's and don'ts. Try not to spend your potential unless you know what you want. For me, I'm a rally leader, garrison leader, so I've focused kind of heavy on my rock beasts. If you're going to be a field fighter mainly, and you're not really ever going to lead a garrison, ignore the rock beasts. Just don't even touch them. Um, if you're if you're dabbling in a little bit of both, I'd still just say stay field, unless you are the designated garrison or the designated rally guy. The beasts really aren't going to help you much unless you're spending a lot of money to buy a lot. Um, so initially when it first came out, your cats and your rhinos were like your cats are quite easy to get in the early weeks, so you might have a few levels in your fire cat. Your fire cat is a solid beast, which obviously a lot of people are running fires because they have easy fragments from the start. Um, your gold rhino is easy fragments because you can buy them every week from that beast invasion. So he can be leveled up quite quickly for little money. If you're wanting to spend a little bit of money on your beasts, you're able to level them up pretty quick. Again, with your potential, try not to unload all your potential onto your support beasts. I was very hasty in the early days, and I know I spent some potential on my cat, but I use them in the field, so it's not a total waste. I would have liked to really beef up the big boy, but it was new stuff, it was shiny, and I just had to press them. Which I'm sure many other people are in the same boat, and it's not just me. If you're a free-to-play player, I would really suggest just focusing on a really good purple beast and keeping your blue boars as an easy support. That way you've got a solid, you got a solid purple with a maxed out blue beast is better than a solid purple and a level 1 purple beast, if you know what I mean. Your dogs, they're, they are really rubbish. Unless you're really, really desperate and looking for a filler squad, yeah, you can chuck them in and keep them and level them up. if you're a bit of a trophy collector and you like to try to have a maxed out set of everything, then feel free. But I recycle my dogs and boars um, just because I don't need them. Once your beasts start getting to like 2+, 3+, they're better than a maxed out boar. Um, Going off stats. So there's some little tips and tricks. Just a little bit of an introduction guide. I will be releasing some, like I said, it's a bit of a beast series. I'll be doing a bit of a full breakdown on fire, water, grass, rock beasts, what their synergies can be, um, recommendations for pairing as going off what their skills can do, and potentially what heroes they would also really work well with. Um, but don't get into the misconception of only one type of beast is good for one type of hero. It's not really like that. Um, yes, some of your beasts give certain buffs to hero squads, which are mainly your gold beasts, but you don't get them until they're starting to get leveled up. So if you like the pretty cat, for example, play the pretty cat. Um, but if you want a solid team, solid beast to really deal some big damage, then please tune into these next videos, and I'll see you in the next one. So don't forget to like and sub, and turn on that bell so you don't miss the next beast videos being released. I'll catch you in the next one.